Hello. What's going on, guys? Oh, we got our co-pilot. Oh, shit. I think you're gonna sit there and do nothing. Let's get this going. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I don't know if this is gonna work. That one. Oh, probably not. Okay. Well, I'll leave you right there to do you things. Yeah, let's start this up here. Let's go here. We're in the Fenix A320. We got good. Everything's quite well. Let's start her up. Let's get some frequencies going here. Airport info. ATIS is 118.125, so let's get that in. It said 125, yeah. So this needs to go all the way up. 18125. Switch that over. And do that. Speed brake lever, disagree. Smoke detector, okay. We're all good there. Let's come back up here. Turn the navs on. The aiders. Wait for the light to, the on bat light to turn on and then extinguish. There we go. Turn that on. Let's do our CVR test. Ground control on. Cruise supply on. All that's good. Wipers are off. Engine 1 test. Engine 2. And APU. All that looks good. This looks good. This looks good. All that looks good. Good there. We could turn on strobe. We could turn on nav. Turn on seatbelt and no smoking and emergency exit lights armed. All that looks good. We can start our refueling process.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Perfect, perfect. Alright, we come down to here and go to ATSU, AOC menu, receive messages, and we could accept that. We could also
are on their way.
Go to flight init and init request that. We're Delta 783 today. We're gonna need to request clearance. So I need that frequency too. Departure, I think there's only one clearance. Okay. good. So that's all requested. We could go down here. It's 120.65.
Fuel truck is in position.
Perfect.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
And I'm going to set up for pushback.
Crew bus is coming.
There we go. And we could turn up the ATIS here.
Information Hotel. Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport, Information Hotel. 1953 Zulu. Arriving runways 22 right, 21 left. Departing runways 22 left, 21 right. Wind 260 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 18,000 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point -4. Altimeter 3003. Density altitude -200 feet. Advise on initial contact you have Information Hotel.
Information Hotel, we could switch that over. Could lower it down a little bit. And we'll set that in here. 30003.
Fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
And we are refueling. Cool. We need to go to clearance, and then we need ground, which they will tell us what ground is here in a sec. So let's have Brian. Actually, we could do it. Delta 783 with Information Hotel requesting clearance to Oklahoma City.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Come down here. Could request edit this.
Delta 783, cleared to Oklahoma City via the KLIN 3 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 17,000. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.050 squawk 3463. Expect runway 21 right.
Clear to Oklahoma City via the KLIN 3 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.050. Squawk 3463 and expect runway 21 right. Delta 783.
Delta 783, read back correct. Contact ground on 132.725.
Contact ground on 132.725 Delta 783.
Boarding is underway, Captain. Passengers are settling in nicely.
Okay. And then he
Ladies
said
and gentlemen,
departure is on
a warm welcome to
124.
aboard Delta Airlines Flight 783, departing from Detroit and heading to Will Rogers World Airport. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance,
Perfect.
please don't hesitate to reach out to any
Uh,
or
Cost index today is
crew
15.
members. We're here to
Flight
make
number
your journey
is
as pleasant as possible.
Delta
Thank you for
783.
choosing Delta Airlines and enjoy your flight.
Cruising altitude is 360. And we can request the winds. We are expected to take 2-1 right for departure, so we'll put that in here. Departure 2-1 right, off of the KLIN 3, and then as filed. Take this move transition and insert that. Could insert that into our secondary, and we'll come down to arrival, and we are going to take the ILS 35 left. It is going to be the Murray 3 via Alfred, and no via for that, and we could insert that. And I'm gonna check that everything looks okay here. So if we come down here and we go to plan, perfect. All that looks nice. Looks good, looks good. The sun is really friggin' bright, 117,000, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We could do our checks here. Oxygen.
Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Glide slow.
Boarding requested. Passengers boarding starting.
Alright, perfect. We are boarding up here. Catering is hopefully on its way. I don't know though. Let's just double check. Oh no, they are loading. Okay, cool. That's perfect. Alright. We are done fueling. We could start the APU here, so let's get that going. Cockpit to ground, requesting to start APU. Good to start APU. Thank you. Alright, flap open, we could start it. Good APU start. We can turn on the APU bleed and check the condition. It's a bit cold in the cab, so we'll turn that down. Do that. Let's get ground frequency, tower frequency. Tower for 12 right is 118.4. Yeah. Leave that. It always cooks the cockpit, so we got to turn it down a bit. Let's set our lights how we want it here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, everything's looking good. Still looking at our air conditioning here. We do not want that. Could lower it. We are good. I wish they would stay in their seats. Could probably change that. Oops. they're gonna call back and be like, "Ah, I couldn't hear you."
Good afternoon.
Let's see.
Hello. Welcome on board. Hello. This way.
Yeah, we're good with the conditioning here. We want
May I see your boarding pass?
temp. It is cold. Very cold. Not that cold, but it's cold.
Hello. Welcome on board. Good afternoon.
35 more passengers left.
Hello. Boarding pass, please. This way. Welcome on board.
Let me just get a couple more things here.
Hello. Welcome on board.
We're gonna face northeast.
Boarding pass, please. This way. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted.
Good afternoon.
How do I...
This way. This way, please.
There we go. Boarding complete. We can go here, go here, go to departure. We want force toga, yes. Sync all that up, calculate that, send that to the McDo. V1 is 142, VR 142, V2 143, flaps is 1, and down 0.4. Go to the Fenix, we could send that to the McDo. We can turn on some lights here. No, not yet, but we could ding the cabin.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
We want to request push and start. Let's do Delta 783 requesting push and start from gate 50A. Do you not get me?
Push and start approved. Tail southwest.
Tail southwest, Delta 783. Alright. We can go to ground services. We can disconnect the GPU here, so we'll disconnect it here. Disconnect all that.
Release parking brakes, please.
And parking brakes released.
Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Starting engine 1. We got a company message too.
Cabin attendants, arm doors, and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 783, departing from Detroit and heading to Will Rogers World Airport. We expect to be in the air for approximately 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh,
We kindly
shit.
ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information. Even
This
for
is not where I
our
wanted to get
clients.
pushed back from.
Please
Shit.
fasten adjust and open your seat
I
belts.
fucked that up. That was my fault.
Your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Now please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff and landing. Mobile
Engine
phones
2.
and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices must be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. In the unlikely event that oxygen masks are needed, they will drop
This is craziness. What is going on?
And breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life vest is located under your seat or between the seats. To put it on, place it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life
That was
vests
not
for
the
children
most
are also
legit
available.
pushback.
Floor level lighting will guide you
2 is available, we could shut down the APU here.
and 2 at the rear of the
Please set parking brakes.
The nearest
Parking
exit
brake
will be
is set.
Unlocking gear.
evacuation.
Unlocking gear.
Please leave
We could set flap 1 and we could
all safety
set
instructions
down
immediately. If you need to brace
down
your neck,
0.4.
lean forward with your head down and your arms wrapped around your legs.
Down
Please follow
0.4,
the
flap
instructions at
1.
all times.
We could do
The safety information
flight control check
located in your seat.
all the way down,
Pocket contains
all the way
all
up,
details you need.
full left,
For your attention,
full right,
enjoy your flight.
rotor full left, rotor full right, and good. We could arm the ground spoilers here, and we could arm those.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right
This
is
is
clear.
not where I want to be. Not at all. This isn't nice. No. Didn't want to be moved here, but that's okay. Or I can't select a, okay. I want to do that. Alright, let's turn our taxi lights on. Beacon is on, taxi lights on. We can do the ring lights. And that is all good. We could remove the parking brake and we could get going here. Let's request taxi here. Delta 783 requesting taxi to runway 21 right. I almost forgot. Let's get on the taxi right here.
Delta 783, runway 21 right, taxi via Uniform 9 or Uniform Golf, hold short of runway 9 or left, then Victor Mike, Mike 6.
Taxi to runway 21 right, taxi via Uniform 9, Uniform Golf, hold short runway 9 left, then Victor, Mike, Mike 6. Delta 783. I gotta... It's Uniform 9, Uniform Golf. Hold short runway 9er. Then Victor. Then Victor, Mike, Mike 6. Okay. That's probably the most confusing runway instructing ever, but okay, got it. I got it though. Let's go. What did I do here? Predictive wind shear can come on. Turn that on here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, Victor Uniform Golf, hold short, runway 9 left. Delta 783, holding short, runway 9 left, requesting to cross.
Delta 783, cross runway 9 or left, then continue taxi via Victor Mike, Mike 6.
Taxi via Victor Mike, Mike 6. Delta 783. We could turn on terrain. And then we want Mike 6 here, which is the second one.
Delta 783, contact tower on 135.0, safe flight.
Contact tower on 135.0, Delta 783. Uh, 1350. Delta 783 requesting departure for runway 21 right.
Delta 783, runway 21 right, winds 260 at 5. RNAV SAMs cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Delta 783. Just to be sure, we're doing the KLIN 3 departure, right? %.
Delta 783 negative, you are cleared via the KLIN 3 departure.
Yeah. Brian, you have the comms?
I
And
can't take over the comms unless you hand them over to me.
Brian, you have the comms.
I can't take over the comms unless you hand them over to me.
Brian, take the comms. Fucker.
I've got the comms now, Jake.
Thank you. And lift. Good.
Delta 783, contact departure on 124.05.
Contacting departure on 124.05, Delta 783. Detroit approach, Delta 783. Good afternoon. We're climbing through 1500.
Delta 783, Detroit approach, radar contact. Climb and maintain 17,000, turn left, heading 230, vectors to SAMs, then is filed.
Climb and maintain 17,000, left heading 230, vectors to SAMs, then is filed. Delta 783.
Delta 783, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Delta 783.
Oh, that's too far. Alright, we are going to go direct SAMs here.
Captain, We have reached a safe altitude, and
10,000
the
feet.
cabin service will begin shortly. Dear guests, we are now cruising comfortably at altitude. The lavatories are available for your use, and you may now use approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly, and we have some delightful snacks and beverages for you to enjoy. Thank you for flying with us today, and we hope you have a wonderful journey.
Delta 783, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, Delta 783.
And autopilot can come on. The APU's off. All the lights need to be on. We could shut those off. We could shut those off here. Strobe, beacon, wing, nav. Seatbelt signs are off. We could keep no smoking on. All those look good. Perfect. Terrain on ND can come off. There we go.
Delta 783, contact Cleveland Center on 135.375.
Contacting Cleveland Center on 135.375, Delta 783. Cleveland Center, Delta 783, good afternoon, climbing to 16,000 feet, aiming for flight level 290.
Delta 783, Cleveland Center, good afternoon. Celine, altimeter 3003.
18,000 set standard.
Altimeter 3003, Delta 783.
Delta 783, climb and maintain flight level 360.
360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Delta 783.
That's heading. This is speed. Heading, speed, heading, speed. Alright. We got Brian. The sun in his face. We could help you, Brian. There you go, buddy. The sun's in my face too. I could help. That. Oh, maybe I can't, cause this is not right. Let's change this. Whoops. I don't know what I just did, but I changed something. Put a door, home cockpit garage. It's fine. I don't know how to change my I don't know how to change my airframe. I want I don't want this to be mounted. I don't know how to change that. I honestly thought it was in these settings. That's good. That's good. There we go. Window. I want that. I want it on the frame. There we go. And it's gonna shine in my face again, so I'm gonna shut that. $360. Making our way up. Okay, now shut that. And that. Still in Brian's face. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Okay. I don't want this, but I'm gonna fuck around with FS2 crew. I want settings, settings. That right there. Let's see. You guys can't really see what I'm looking at. We want
audio test complete. perfect.
Got that all. Hello.
Checked.
Hi. Let's do. Okay. We are not going to do this right now. We will leave this over here because I don't know what I'm doing with that. Yo, what's up, man? Almost at cruising altitude. Take a look outside. Didn't really miss much. Just took off. We were almost at cruising altitude. Going to Oklahoma City. We got probably a couple hours left. Not even. Let's see how much time we got left here. We got. It's almost 2200 Zulu. Yeah, we got like an hour 47 left in the flight, so about 2 hours.
783, contact Chicago Center on 133.2.
You got this.
Switching to Chicago
There
Center
you
on 133.2, Delta 783.
Take a look in the cab here, cabin. See what we got.
Chicago Center, Delta 783. Good afternoon. We're climbing to flight level 350, aiming for flight level 360.
We got some nasty weather coming up too.
Delta 783, Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Delta 783.
complimentary Biscoff
He's
cookies
gonna ask me for a
and
cup of
refreshing
coffee.
Coca-Cola
Fuck
beverages,
no, I don't want a cup of
along
coffee.
with some delicious Starbucks coffee. After the service, we will have selected
I don't
items
want
from the Delta Airlines
no
shop
fucking coffee.
available for you. Thank you for flying with us and enjoy your journey.
Almost night. And can't really see down below us, but it's so freaking cloudy. That's kind of cool. We could probably watch a video here. Let's see. let's watch a video about Boeing whilst they while flying an Airbus here. Let's do that. Put it right on this. Let's setting sleep. Let's see. We want a window capture. That. Like so. And we will put it right on that tablet. Now let's watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our descent towards Amsterdam Schiphol Airport.
Thank you.
Turkish Airlines Flight 1951 is preparing to land in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, Turkish 1951, descending to 7,000, speed 250.
The crew is flying a state-of-the-art Boeing 737.
Flaps 15.
Localizer alive, localizer capture.
In the final moments of the flight, the landing turns into a catastrophe. The plane falls like a rock. The crash of Turkish Airlines Flight 1951 involves the most popular plane on Earth. With nearly 1.5 million passengers boarding 737s every day, investigators need to figure out if the problem was with the plane or with the pilots flying it. On the morning of February the 25th, 2009, Turkish Airlines Flight 1951 becomes the first plane to crash at Amsterdam's Schiphol Airport in more than 10 years.
It smashed into the
Captain
ground
Jake,
really hard.
and
It made a
First Officer
tremendous
Brian.
noise.
Just wanted to check in and see if you'd like anything to drink or a small snack.
The
If you
plane
look
hits
a
the
bit more
ground in
awake in a minute, that's my doing.
No thank you on the coffee. We're trying to watch a video. God
No
damn
problem,
it.
Captain. Enjoy the video.
Thank you.
And let me know if you change your mind about the coffee.
Thank
I'll
you.
be around if you need anything else.
Nothing. Thank you.
the muddy field just north of runway 18 right. Since the crash was so close to the airport, rescue workers arrived quickly.
This is your friendly flight attendant.
Most of the passengers have survived, but many are badly injured.
At an altitude of 35,983
Survivors are taken straight to local hospitals.
feet, and the time is now 5:07 p.m.
Images of the Amsterdam accident quickly
Flying
spread
from
around the
Detroit.
world. This is the third crash of a passenger jet in the past 6 weeks.
To arrive in about
The
2
sudden
hours,
nature of this accident
15
adds to the mystery.
The weather at our destination is looking nice, so get ready for a smooth landing.
It doesn't take long for the
If you
Dutch
need
safety
anything, just
board
let
to
me know.
arrive at the scene.
Enjoy your snacks and drinks.
They will be investigating this accident, but they won't be alone. The crash involved an American-made plane, so the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board sends Joe Sador, one of its most experienced investigators, to Amsterdam.
When it's a non-U.S. registered aircraft that crashes overseas, such as this Turkish Airlines, we are the state of manufacture and design of the airframe, and also in this case the engines.
Fuselage in 3 large pieces, engines forward of the main wreck site.
Flight 1951 was one of the most advanced aircraft in the skies, the Boeing 737-800 series. It's designed to travel longer routes at higher altitudes.
The new generation 737 is still the best airplane Boeing ever built. We developed an airplane that had an improved wing, improved avionics, simpler systems that required less maintenance.
Investigators know this isn't just any plane. The 737 is the world's best-selling commercial jet. Finding out why this one crashed is imperative. There are more than 5,000 of them in the skies. They carry about 1.5 million passengers a day. Investigators must quickly determine if there's a flaw with the plane that could cause another accident. What they know so far is that Flight 1951 had been traveling from Istanbul, Turkey, to Amsterdam. There were 128 passengers on board the early morning flight, including 4 engineers from Boeing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our descent towards Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. Please raise your seatbacks to the upright position and stow away your tray tables.
There was no mention on board of any kind of trouble in the cockpit. The crash has killed 9 people, including 3 members of the Boeing team and the pilots in the cockpit.
See if you can get me some aerials of the crash site.
There are eerie similarities to another recent accident involving a Boeing aircraft. British Airways Flight 38.
Approximately a year before this, there had been a 777 short landing at Heathrow, which had a dual-engine flame-out.
In that accident, a Boeing 777 fell to the ground short of the runway. The British Airways pilots reported that both their engines stopped delivering power just before landing. At the time of the Turkish Airways crash, the cause of that accident hasn't been found. Like in that case, investigators have plenty of clues to work with. The plane and its engines are largely intact. The flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder are found in good condition. There are also plenty of survivors to describe what happened. According to the passengers, the landing had been routine, but then suddenly the plane simply dropped out of the sky and hit the ground. But perhaps the biggest clue comes from the crash site itself. The wreckage is not spread out. It tells investigators that the plane could not have been traveling forward at high speed when it hit the ground.
The way the aircraft had crashed, it did appear to be some sort of a landing accident in which there was moderate control of some sort.
The pattern of debris and the passenger reports point investigators to an immediate suspect: the engines.
The engines issue was a very big issue in my thought process at the time, initially.
There's no evidence of fire on the fuselage. In many crashes, fuel in the plane's tanks ignites on impact. The lack of fire raises an obvious question. Did the engines stop running because Flight 1951 had simply run out of gas?
That was one of the first thoughts that I had was, did this airplane have fuel aboard? Because otherwise, how does a 737 literally fall out of the sky on approach to an airport?
But the location and condition of the plane's engines suggest that perhaps they didn't quit in flight.
Sure looks like it was running.
When we first looked at where the engines ended up, the initial impression was that they probably were producing thrust at impact, given that they were so far forward of the main wreckage. That was just a very general conclusion.
Only the flight data recorder can tell investigators how much power the engines were generating in the seconds before the crash.
Lots of fuel. Rules that out.
It doesn't take long to discover that there was plenty of fuel in the plane's tanks. Flight 1951 definitely did not run out of gas. Passengers report that in the final seconds before the crash, the plane hit what felt like turbulence. It points investigators to a well-known culprit, a microburst. A microburst is a powerful column of air that shoots out of storm clouds. It can literally slam a low-flying plane to the ground.
If an airplane flies into that at approach speeds, you're not going to be flying anymore. You're going to come out of the sky. Certainly, it was one of the things that all of us took a look at the beginning. Was there a microburst?
In 1985, a Delta Airlines flight was caught in a microburst while landing at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. The plane hit the ground short of the runway. 137 people were killed. Investigators learned that there were heavy clouds above the airport at the time of the accident. A powerful gust of wind may well have accompanied them. The flight data recorder will have recorded wind speeds outside the plane. Investigators will need to analyze the flight data to prove the microburst theory. In the meantime, the rescue has led to an unusual discovery.
There was 3 pilots in the cockpit, which is unusual. This is a 2-crew cockpit. So why was that 3rd pilot there?
Since none of the 3 pilots survived the accident, it's all the more urgent for investigators to retrieve the data from the cockpit voice recorder. It records conversations in the cockpit. They're in luck.
Because of the way that the aircraft crashed, access to the recorders and the condition of the recorders was excellent.
The reason for the 3rd pilot is soon uncovered.
Flying standard arrival route. Visibility 3,500 meters, expected to decrease to 2,500 meters.
For First Officer Murat Sezer, this had been a training flight of sorts. He was new to the airline and was being shown the intricacies of landing at Amsterdam's airport.
In the Jepson charts, which is what all pilots use to navigate to and from Schiphol, there's 102 pages of information on Schiphol alone. So there's dozens of approaches.
Runway 18 right has 3 high-speed exits to the left.
The captain, Hassan Arisan, was doing double duty. He was training his first officer.
Make small corrections as we get close to the runway.
And was in command of Flight 1951. It's because Captain Arisan was teaching that there was the 3rd pilot in the cockpit. Olgay Ojgur was a safety pilot. He was there to keep an eye on the flight's progress during this training mission.
The purpose of that 2nd set of eyes is to make sure that the captain and the first officer, if they're in a situation where it's a little bit of a training portion of the flight, that they don't miss something.
Got a clean recording?
The voice recorder reveals that the 3 crew members began preparations for landing when still above 8,500 feet.
Amsterdam, Turkish 1951, descending to 7,000, speed 250.
But the voice recorder has picked up an unusual sound, a warning that makes no sense at this stage of the flight.
One of the investigators from Boeing was a engineering pilot that came and helped with the CVR. And he's listening to see when, or are there any unusual sounds that can be heard that would not be normal.
Just found out that we can't watch that video. That video is no brainer. So we will do that. It's completely blocking that. So that's a no-brainer. Let's see here. Hopefully it'll unblock it. We can't do something like that. Whoopsie. No braino. Okay, we will do this.
783, contact Chicago Center on 120.
Contacting Chicago Center on 120.125, Delta 783. Chicago Center, Delta 783. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 360.
Delta 783, Chicago Center. Good afternoon.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Not allowed to do that. What I did was no braino. No braino. Make sure the stream is back up here. Yeah, it looks like it's back up. YouTube didn't like me sharing a video, so that is going to have to get cut from the stream. No likey like. That's all. Let's see how we're doing here. 36,000. We're coming. We're about an hour away from top of descent here. So we'll just enjoy. I don't know what that means. Um, social.
126.15, Delta 783. Kansas City Center, Delta 783, good afternoon, maintaining flight level 360.
Delta 783, Kansas City Center, good afternoon.
Alright. Looks like that worked. There we go. Make sure it's working. Still flying. Just hanging out. The sunset's crazy though. Oh. I don't know why this doesn't show. Very weird. I hope YouTube is still working though. It is. Okay. It's just Twitch being Twitch, I guess. Hmm. Do not know if that's working. Okay. Let's see. I do not know. AAC. Well, it's working on YouTube, so I don't really know what else to do. We're halfway there. I'll be right back.
119 or decimal 475, Delta 783. Kansas City Center, Delta 783, good afternoon, maintaining flight level 360.
Delta 783, Kansas City Center, maintain flight level 360.
Maintaining flight level 360, Delta 783.
Alright, let's check the messages here. We got Dell Ops. Good with that. We could turn on our LS buttons. All good there. Perfect.
783. Expect the Mira 3 arrival, Alfred transition. Expect to descend in about 20 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
Expecting Mira 3 arrival, Alfred transition. We'll let you know if we need to start down earlier. Delta 783.
Hey, Captain Jake and First Officer Brian. Just checking in to see if you'd like anything to drink or a small snack. Don't worry, this time it's actually hot. I think
contact Kansas City Center on 121.65.
Contacting Kansas City Center on 121.65, Delta 783. Kansas City Center, Delta 783, evening, maintaining flight level 360.
Kansas City Center, good evening. Delta 783, Kansas City Center, descend via Mirror 3, Alfred transition into Rogers, altimeter 3018.
Descend via Mira 3 Alfred transition into Rogers. Altimeter 3018, Delta 783.
Okay, almost at top of descent here. Let's check some charts. We're gonna go to here, and we want to go to start. Take that. The ILS barrow is 1476, so we'll enter that in. Let's see here. Barrow. 1376, I believe. It might be 1476, sorry. 1476 for the barrow. And then if we come to arrival, we need to go to our fuel. That's not even where it is. I have to go here, and we have to do some adding. $132.8. Make sure that we're not going to pass it. Okay. And then we could apply that. We could refresh and apply. Temperature is 11. QNH is 3019. And we are going to do manual land, flaps full. Good. Do that. We need perfect. We could start descending.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly flight attendant speaking. We have begun our approach to Will Rogers World Airport, so I kindly ask everyone to return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts.
Doing the Murray 3 arrival, so we are coming down, and we're gonna take Jaska, veer off to the left, and we need to be at 6,000 at 210 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly flight attendant Tyrone speaking. I just wanted to let you know
Image by
that the captain
210,
has
6,000.
turned on the seatbelt sign, so please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. The lavatories are no longer available.
Perfect. Got a company message here we could take care of. Let's go to ATSU. Alright, we are... it's not really telling us a gate here, so I might not have a proper gate. Let's just take a look at this. Yeah, so it's gate 26. Let's see here. We could do that. Let's see here. All of these gates are pretty small. I'm gonna go to parking here. That's air cargo. We don't want air cargo. We want... Who was that? I don't know what that was. I guess that's that. Okay. I need... Yeah. We're gonna park here. Let's do that. We could go back here. Telex. Let's see if this will do anything for me. Let's see. Perfect. that in, put that in. We are good. We want everyone below us. Let's see if that works. I don't know if SayIntentions will take that.
Delta 783, parking 13 approved. Expect taxi instructions from ground control.
There we go. I don't even think this has that. I don't know how this works, to be honest. We will do... Oof. I don't even know, to be honest. We'll do gate 10. There you go. Do that.
Delta 783, gate 10 is not assigned. Your gate is terminal 26. Advise if you need further assistance.
Gate 110.
Delta 783, gate 10 is not assigned. Parking is at terminal 26.
Yeah, I know. But I want gate 10, you bitch. Terminal 16 doesn't really exist. Yeah. Alright, 15,000. We passed it a little bit, but we need to set 19 into all of these.
Delta 783, contact Oak City approach on 119.3.
Contacting OKE City approach on 119.3. Delta
There we go.
783.
Auto brake, I believe, is
approach, Delta 783.
low.
Good evening. We're descending through 16,000 feet.
Yes. Okay, auto brake low.
Delta 783, OK City approach. Good evening, Rogers altimeter 3018. Expect the ILS runway 17 right approach into Rogers.
And we are descending nicely. Check the condition here. It's a little hot still.
Altimeter
Turn it down.
3018. Expecting ILS runway 17 right approach into Rogers. Delta 783.
Delta 783, descend and maintain 8300, turn right, heading 225 vectors for the ILS runway 17 right approach.
Descend and maintain 8,300. Right turn heading 225 for vectors to the ILS 17 right approach. Delta 783.
There we go. We'll listen to their vectors today. See if they make sense. Oh, they're changing our runway. Shit. I didn't even see that.
Delta 783, descend and maintain 5,000, turn right, heading 240.
Descending and maintaining 5,000. Right turn heading 240. Delta 783.
5,000. Alright, so we need to do secondary flight plan. Didn't want to delete it. Arrival. It is 7 right approach.
Proceed direct Roja. Descend and maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 17 right approach.
Proceeding direct Roja. Descend and maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 right approach. Delta 783.
Captain, we are on final approach into Oklahoma City. I will make the announcement to the passengers now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly flight attendant speaking. We are now on our final approach into Oklahoma City, and it's time to turn off all electronic devices and stow them away until we arrive at the gate. Please ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in the full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. Our assigned gate is Terminal 26. Crew, please check that everyone is seated and has fastened their seat belts. Thank you for your cooperation, and we look forward to a smooth landing.
Set that. I didn't see that they changed the runway on me, so it's always fun. Change this here, 3013, 11, and our barrel is 1482.
Delta 783, speed 250, please. Delta 783, contact Rogers Tower on 119.35.
Contacting Rogers Tower on 119.35, Delta 783.
Activate approach.
Rogers Tower, Delta 783, evening. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 17 right.
We might not make it. We might have to do a go around.
83, Rogers Tower, Roger. Continue approach runway 17 right. Delta 783, Rogers Tower, winds 360 at 5. Runway 17 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 17 right, Delta 783.
Gear down. Flap 1. Ground spoilers are armed. My plane. Flap 2. Perfect. We're slowing down nicely here. Flap 3.
1000.
Flap full.
500. Hundred above. Minimum.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
40. 30.
Too low. Terrain.
20. Retard. 5.
What a touchdown. All my body was shaking.
Decel. 2 in reverse. And we could start the APU. Runway turn lights off, and we could hit start on that. And we'll roll down the runway here until we can get off.
Delta 783, contact ground on 121.9er.
Switching to ground on 121.9er, Delta 783.
Flap is open. We could start it.
Good evening. We're clear of the runway and ready to taxi to the gate. Delta 783, Rogers ground, taxi to terminal gate 26 via Alpha, Foxtrot, hold short of runway 31, then Juliet. Good day. Terminal gate 26 via Alpha, Foxtrot, hold short of runway 31, then Juliet. Delta 783.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oklahoma City. We have just landed safely at Will Rogers World Airport, and we hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. Did you know that Oklahoma City is home to the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, where you can explore the rich history of the American West? Also, the city boasts the beautiful Myriad Botanical Gardens, a perfect spot to relax and enjoy nature. Thank you for flying with Delta Airlines. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain Jake G., First Officer Brian, and the entire crew, we wish you a wonderful evening. The local time here is 5:49 p.m. If you have any connections, please listen closely. Flight 223 to Atlanta departs at 6:15 p.m. from gate 27. Flight 450 to Dallas departs at 6:30 p.m. from gate 31. Thank you.
Yeah, those are all flights that they already missed. I don't know why it's bringing me that way, but we are gate 10, so we gotta go this way. Delta 783 requesting to cross runway 31.
Delta 783, cross runway 31 approved. Continue taxi via Juliet to terminal gate 26.
Brian should get that. Cross runway 31, continue taxi via Juliet to terminal gate 26. And we are gate 10, which is over there. In a second, we'll turn off the LS buttons. Alright, LS buttons can come off. Turn off taxi light. And we will make our way into this gate. Perfect. Parking brake on. And engine 1 and 2 can get shut down. Bright. We can get ground services on here. Enable those. We could shut down the APU. Could turn nav, wing lights, and beacon off. Strobes can stay. Seatbelt signs can go off. And we can request deboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly flight attendant, Tyrone speaking. We have just arrived at Will Rogers World Airport, and we are now parked at the gate. On behalf of Captain Jake G. and First Officer Brian, we wish you a wonderful stay here in Oklahoma City. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, we hope you have a beautiful vacation and safe travels to your next destination.
I would love to get
We truly appreciate your company.
deboarded.
And we hope to see you again soon. Goodbye and take care.
Engines are shut down. Alright, well, I guess it's not going to deboard. Because GSX is being GSX. Deboarding no longer available for some reason. Just try that. There we go. Could open up aft and forward cargo. Perfecto.
Passengers deboarding starting.
And I will show you the flight here. Block time was 2 hours 29 minutes. Flight time was 2 hours 8 minutes. The landing rate was 472.62 of a landing G-force of 1.08. Distance covered was 135 nautical miles. Fuel burn was 11,600 pounds of fuel. 135 passengers. Landing speed was 136. And yeah, that is it. Let's do that. And that. And that. Peace out.